What's up, dudes? What's up, stinkers? You're watching Duty's Daggers, and I'm excited about this one here. It's an unboxing. This is a knife that I bought for myself. Please subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram at duties_daggers. Make sure you're subscribed. Oh, what's that? Oh, nothing. Just a Jack Wolf, you know? Just a Jack Wolf. Nothing crazy. Yeah, let's open it. We'll get the knife out, and then I want to talk about Jack Wolf here. The Vampire Jack. Pretty cool artwork there. I would say that's a werewolf more than a vampire, right? Interesting that it's a wolf. Or maybe it's a bat. I guess it could be a bat. I don't see its wings, though. All right. All the swag. 2 stickers. Nice. There it is. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, good. Okay. The back spring isn't as strong on this one as the one that I was just handling recently. So that's good. This is the strongest back spring of any Jack Wolf I've tried. Maybe any slip joint I've ever tried. It's a very strong back spring. I asked Ben about it, the designer of these. He thinks it might have something to do with the extra meat in this hump here. And he gave a couple other possibilities of what it could be. I forget what they were now. But that makes sense to me since there's more meat here because of the hump. Then it's a little stronger. But yeah, this is nice. So let me talk about this real quick. This is the first Jack Wolf knife I bought at full price. So I own a laid back Jack and the Gunslinger. These are my Jack Wolves. None of these I bought at full price. This was, or wait, did I buy this? I think this was on sale. My first Jack Wolf was a low drag Jack, which was on sale. I ended up selling that and buying this one. This I got secondhand, and so this is the first time I've spent $300, the full $300 on a Jack Wolf. And if you look at some of my older videos where I'm talking about Jack Wolf or showing one or whatever, you'll probably hear me say something like, I can't see myself spending $300 on one of these, but they're really nice. You'll hear me saying something to that effect. And that was how I felt for a while. These are cool knives, but $300 is just a little too much for me. And so, but since I got one in hand at the sale price, I began to see how good they were. And they just kind of slowly grew on me. And I think what put me over the edge on spending this $300 on this vampire was someone had sent me their vampire to get an easy open notch put into it. Something like this. This is my Ohio River Jack spear point. Something like this, where you can more easily, get your thumb and pointer finger in there to pinch the blade open. He said he was having problems with his hand, I think arthritis or something, and he was starting to have trouble using the nail nick. Now, he sent me his Vampire Jack. It was not this one, but it was like Purple Haze or something, fat carbon in here. And when I started looking at it, I saw that this is a guy that probably it looked like every day since it had come out and he had bought it, he had been carrying and using this thing. Probably not in a slip, probably just loose in his pocket. It looked like it had been in his pocket and being used every single day for a long time. It was very worn. Um, the corners of the titanium were kind of rubbed raw. Um, the blade had a few scratches, but it looked in really good shape actually. The back spring was all scratched up. It looked very worn in. And I opened it and closed it a few times, and it felt so just springy and stiff and so sturdy feeling, um, that something kind of clicked in my mind, and that is that these are slip joints that are tougher than your GEC. They just, and I haven't done any testing to prove that. I don't really want to break my GECs because I love them, but they just, and I think most of you guys, if you've handled GECs and Jack Wolves, will agree with me. Let me know if you don't, but I think you'll agree that they just have a more sturdy feeling. The back springs are beefier. Um, the walk and talk is stiffer, and there's no brass liners. It's just full titanium. They just feel like they'll last forever. And that's a feeling that kind of came to me as I was looking at this guy's super worn in Vampire Jack. That, yeah, this thing I think would last forever. There's nothing to go wrong on it. There's no lock bar to lose tension, or there's no detent ball to wear its hole out. There's nothing. There's nothing that can go wrong. Really. I mean, probably is, but compared to a liner or frame lock, something like that, there's no spring to stretch out or omega spring to break. There's just nothing to go wrong. So there's that. And also, the other thing that made me really want this knife was the blade shape. This is such a nice spear point. If you look down the top, you can see it is a true spear point. The edge and the spine are doing the exact same curvature to the point. It's just a very versatile blade shape. More versatile than the Wharncliffe here. This is a slip joint that you can carry all by itself, and it'll be really good at all types of cutting. Another reason is I found this version, which is the hand rub satin finish. Same finish on my laid back Jack, and I love this finish on Jack Wolf knives, or any knife. When you have these belt sander lines, it looks really cool, but it's hard to clean off. What happens is, grime and tape gunk and whatever it is get stuck in these little grooves. And when you go to wipe it off like you would normally do, this way, it doesn't really clean off well because they're stuck in these grooves. You can feel the grooves if running your fingernail this way, down the blade. You kind of have to wipe it off this way, going with the grain. And it's a little bit of a pain. With these, no lines. You wipe them this way with the grain. The grain's going that way. And they just wipe up and they clean off so much easier. They don't get fingerprinted up really easily. So I saw this. It was the jigged titanium to match my laid back Jack, and I was compelled to spend $300. This whatever type coating is on this titanium, I think it's like I don't know, some kind of blasted finish. I don't know, but it wears really nicely. You can see this one. I've been using it a lot, and you can see it's a bunch of little snail trails over. These corners start to wear and get lighter than the rest of the rest of the handle, which looks really nice, I think. See all those tiny little scratches everywhere. It's just, I don't know. When titanium wears and gets snail trails everywhere, it looks so good to me. Um, so yeah, this one will begin to look that way as well. So that's my explanation. Do I think $300 is still a little much for this? Yeah. Am I willing to pay it in certain circumstances? Yes. I just did. This is a great knife. Some people might think, and I did too until I tried it, that these points might be ergonomically not good. They're actually not, surprisingly. This one fits right here, and this one, it's right in here. I just don't even feel it. So it's an aesthetic thing. I think it looks really good. Like I said, the blade shape, super versatile. Is it versatile or versatile? Versatile. I usually say versatile, and then I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, I think it is versatile. I don't know. I guess you could say it either way. Anyways. The sharpening choil is pretty good. Let's see. There's actually more separation on this one than there is on the laid back. The laid back's a little tight up in there, close to where it starts getting thick. This one's better, and the gunslinger is the best out of these three. So yes, this is a knife I could see myself having for a very long time. It's a knife that could be my only carry. Oh yeah, another thing that prompted me to buy this, we're doing a slip joint only challenge this week. And me, some members, whoever else wants to do it. We talked about it in the live stream. We're going to carry just only a slip joint for a week and see how it goes. That's it. Only a slip joint, nothing else. And it's only Monday, so I've only been doing it one day. But I carried my yellow rose today. And I was thinking, man, when that vampire jack comes, that's probably going to be it. Because this is, like I said, this spear point allows you to do everything well. Utility cuts. It's a low enough tip to where you're right there. Easy. Slicing, great. Things where you want to rock back on it using the belly on a cutting board, cecil rope, rubber tubing, whatever you're doing, you got the belly. So it's really just good at everything. You can get away with carrying just a Wharncliffe, absolutely. And I used to do it until I started to realize that actually that belly comes in really handy. So yeah, I could carry just a Wharncliffe, but I like having some belly. That's why I always carry two knives: a locking knife clipped in my pocket, and then a slip joint in that same pocket but in a slip. That way, if my slip joint's a Wharncliffe, I'll carry something with belly as my locking knife. If my locking knife is a Wharncliffe, I'll carry a spear point for my slip joint. That way I have options, and that's the way I've been doing it for a little while now, and I really enjoy it. I really dig it. So, that's it. S90B. I'm really happy with this. I was thinking about putting that easy open notch in this one as well. The backspring actually isn't as stiff on this one, which I think is good, because the one that was sent in to me was very stiff. This one still is really stiff, but not as stiff. I can actually kind of just pinch it open. So that's great. I don't think I will need to put a notch in this. That's great. Perfectly centered. Yeah. So, Jack Wolf convert. Yeah, a little bit. Yep. There you go, folks. Oh, one more thing. Someone in the members group chat asked a good question today. If you could only collect or carry one brand of slip joints, what would it be? And my answer still would be GEC. If I could only carry one kind of slip joint, one brand, it would still be GEC. But I'm glad that's not the case because I like both. I love traditionals very much. They give a little bit of a different feeling. Um, I love modern traditionals as well, though. Um, I like them all. So there you go, folks. Like the video before you head out, please. And I'll see you next time. Later.